look like.
It's just very minor. Shout out minors.
I knew it was about that.
Hello and welcome back to the Opening Kickoff, your new favorite show to watch every single week. Before the NFL week gets started, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode on Friday at noon now because it's playoffs. So regular season's Thursday at noon.
But who the fuck cares? Actually,
Playoffs, I think
you know,
Friday's
last
better.
episode was our highest view count in a fat minute.
Really? I honestly
Didn't
even look.
No, I just had checked randomly,
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, oh shit, nice. But yeah, but it's been nice.
It has been nice.
How you feeling that there's only 3 games left?
You know, pretty sad, but I made it before. I'll make it again. You know, it gives me a little bit of motivation because I'm like, I can't kill myself because I got to make it to football season, you know?
I know, I hate it. I hate it. Football season. It's actually so depressing. But the Super Bowl, like these 2 games are gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
The playoffs have been so fun.
Super Bowl will be really fun if Mahomes isn't in it because it's going to be not very fun
No,
just
I think
watching
it'd
the
be
Chiefs
really
win it
But
again.
Mahomes, like, 3-peating's history.
I know, but like you gotta agree, like it's
And
not
we've
gonna
been
be.
saying it all year, like, fuck, is Mahomes gonna win it?
I know,
Mahomes probably
but
gonna win it.
like, is it really gonna be fun watching them win the Super Bowl game when you've already watched them do it the last 2 years? Like, it would be way more fun to watch a different team do it.
Like Josh Allen win it. I don't really care to see the Eagles. I
Jaden
think
Daniels.
The Eagles are probably bottom for me. I think it's
You know
Bills,
what's
Chiefs,
crazy? No, the Chiefs are bottom
Commanders,
for me.
Eagles.
You Chiefs above Commanders?
Yeah.
You'd rather see Mahomes get his 4th ring
Yeah, man.
than watch Jaden
He's a
Daniels.
rookie. He's gonna.
He'd be the first rookie to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Okay,
Okay, hold on. What's cooler?
a rookie winning the
4
Super
rings
Bowl.
or a rookie winning the Super
A
Bowl?
rookie winning the Super Bowl.
Nah, I don't think. I think
Multiple
3 in a
people
row.
have won
3 in a
4.
row. Or what?
Multiple people have won 4 rings. No, but rookie has ever won the Super Bowl.
No person has ever won 3 in a row.
Yeah, and that's just lame. I want to watch a different guy
That's
win it,
not-
and I want it to be a rookie.
I think they're equally cool.
I think a rookie winning it's cooler because people were expecting Mahomes to win it. The people were expecting the Commanders to be dog shit.
But like I said, I would happily actually the Commanders blow out the Eagles, then blow out the Chiefs. Then like, hey, we were the closest. We're second.
Exactly.
We're the second best team in the NFL.
Okay, that's not how that works, but
It helps our case a little bit.
I mean, it does help your case, but second best is a stretch.
Like the fact that the Rams just lost next round to the Eagles kind of sucks for y'all. Like, does that mean the Eagles would have blown y'all out too?
I think anybody would have blown us out.
That's-
After the
I think we
week,
would have blown y'all out.
I think after the week Sam Darnold had in Detroit, I don't think we were beating any team. I think he was in his head, and it was just never going to work.
But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about those games. Starting off, Chiefs, Texans. I told you the Chiefs had it, dude.
Okay, but special teams really was the only way the Chiefs outperformed the Texans in that game. The Texans,
Hey! Is that you? Oh.
The Texans had more rushing yards, more passing yards. They didn't turn the ball over. I think they punted it maybe more. I'm honestly not sure, but like the opening kickoff, shout out the opening kickoff. The opening kickoff, they took it to like the 20 or the 30,
Yeah.
and there was the penalty because that guy ripped his helmet off because he thought he forced a fumble. Which, by the way, and then he shoved his coach. That shit was crazy.
That was crazy.
But and then Kyrie Fairbairn missed a field goal, missed an extra point, had a kick blocked. Like,
Ass.
and let's not ignore those 2 calls.
I don't care.
I care. Because, okay, here's the thing. I was listening to a, bless you. Got one more? Bless you.
Oh my God. I felt like
lis-
I had like to blow my nose. I feel relieved.
I was listening to a Nightcap episode today, and they were talking about how Mahomes actually has like the lowest percent rate on hits with roughing the passer penalties or whatever. But it's like in the playoffs, he's got to have the most, which obviously plays into him always being in the playoffs. But it's like 2 15-yard penalties, and I think one of them was on a 3rd or 4th down on shit that really shouldn't be called. Like,
I don't care. You know what stat they showed? Mahomes has 3 playoff losses and 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
oh, you did tell me about that. I know, but those
Isn't
calls played a big factor in the game.
I
Like,
still
we got to
think
stop
Chiefs-
sucking off Mahomes at some point.
Dude, you're hopping on. It's like the Brady shit. People hate dynasties. People
Here's
hate
the
greatness.
thing. Here's the thing. I don't hate greatness. I hate greatness when it's flawed. And I don't think the Chiefs' greatness is flawed, but I do think those calls helped them win that game, right? But I was actually thinking about this today. I don't think the Patriots Brady era is anything close to the Chiefs era because people are just mad that the Chiefs are winning. And the Chiefs were actually cheating. Like, they got fined and taken of draft picks multiple times for cheating. Like,
Who did?
the Patriots.
Oh, you said Chiefs.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Patriots. And the Chiefs haven't really done shit other than get a few calls. Like, they don't deserve as much hate as the Patriots get.
Yeah, the
deserve.
Deflategate. Tom Brady
That's what I'm
admitted
saying.
it in the
Deflategate,
roast.
and they did illegal scouting. They literally lost a 1st-round pick, and Bill Belichick got fined like $500,000 or something crazy whenever that shit happened.
It is crazy.
And so they actually cheated. People just hate the Chiefs, and I hopped on. Fuck the Chiefs, dude.
Yeah, you really hopped on.
Because they're not good. Like, they have not played good this season. They didn't play good against the Texans.
If they win the Super Bowl, you're gonna be like they're good, or you're gonna be like this is the worst Super Bowl.
If they win one good game, they had like one good win this season.
So you're saying if they win like 13-10 against the Bills, and then like
it's not just about the score; it's about how they play.
I know
like,
if it's like 2 more of those, you're like worst Super Bowl team
yes,
ever.
Yes.
But they're 15-2.
Okay, but they had like 2 good wins the whole year against like the Steelers and the Texans in the regular season, and that was it.
Who cares about good wins? A win's a win.
I don't disagree, but this team is not good.
Would you rather be 15-2 with a bunch of mid wins?
Obviously, I'd rather
hold on, but win a Super Bowl, or be 14-3 with a bunch of good wins.
Shut up. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm not taking away from the Chiefs being good. That was a stretch, but it's more frustrating watching the Chiefs squeak out wins than it is to watch them be a dominant team. If that makes sense.
Or is it more frustrating because you're really rooting for them to lose and they're so close all the time to losing?
No, because I wasn't rooting for them to lose until they kept winning games, barely playing like shit.
So if Mahomes barely wins, I'm rooting to... I
want you to think about the Broncos game. How pissed were you whenever they blocked that kick against the Broncos because you had picked the Broncos? How pissed were you?
I was pretty annoyed.
Okay, now imagine, like, the Chiefs didn't deserve to win that game. The game against the Raiders. The fumble snap by Aiden O'Connell. They didn't deserve to win that game. Like, they've gotten a lot of shit.
They got lucky against us.
Okay, well... I don't know if you can call it.
Actually. But.
Yeah, but I don't know. Whenever they just haven't been winning in good fashion, it's just hard to root for them, in my opinion.
But dude, Josh Allen making a Super Bowl would be so funny.
No, it'd be awesome. His first Super Bowl appearance.
But watch, he goes like he plays the Eagles. If he plays the Eagles, I think the Eagles win.
Nah.
You think if Josh Allen's in the Super Bowl?
I told you I thought Bills Ravens was the Super Bowl.
Bills Ravens.
When the Bills played the Ravens, I told you it was the Super Bowl. Whoever won that game was going to win the Super Bowl.
So you got Bills straight up.
Yeah, I got the Bills.
What was the next game after that on Saturday? The second Saturday game? Oh, Lions Commanders.
Oh.
Dude, Buccaneers are better than the Lions confirmed. Admit it.
Oh, that game.
Are the Buccaneers better than the Lions?
I think there's multiple ways to go about it. I think
we beat them and we...
Okay, but I think the Lions at their best are better than y'all at their best, but I think the Lions at their worst are worse than y'all at y'all's worst.
And at our average, I think we're better at our average.
No.
Yeah.
No. At y'all's average,
we don't got Jared Goff. Jared
Goff is prone to disaster classes.
This is my favorite... Or, like, this is my new kind of hot take. The Sam Darnold, Jared Goff build of quarterback, that 6-something tall, lengthy white guy, it's outdated. Doesn't work in the league anymore.
It is outdated. I agree. And
they can't do anything with pressure. Anything. They're fucked.
And you know me, I've been defending Jared Goff all year, but when Jared Goff is hot, he's hot. But when Jared Goff is not... He's throwing 3-4 interceptions. And there were multiple times this year where he had bad games against the Texans and threw 5 picks, but the Texans couldn't move the ball in offense, so they won the game. Even the last game against Minnesota, Jared Goff did not play good, but they beat Minnesota because we couldn't score a fucking touchdown. Yeah. And then that carried on, and guess what? You played a team with a competent offense that was capitalizing on every single turnover. I don't know. I honestly think I've kind of reached a point where the Lions are just a poverty franchise and they're not going to win a Super Bowl. Like
I told you, I've done football for so long. You know how many times Stafford, bro, had won the division and like gets the 3 seed and they're like Lions like this is our year, and then they lose in the division with the Cowboys. It happens. Like
there's just always going to be some shit. It's either going to be.
It's the same thing with the Browns and the Bears. Like it's both with all those.
Nah, one of my hot takes going into next season, I think the Bears are going to be
Ben Johnson.
And they have a lot of talent on that roster. The only reason they weren't successful is because they had some retard calling the offense. You have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and Rome Odunze, and you can't move the ball on offense.
But it's just the Bears have not been good, and so they're not as poverty as the Bears. The Browns and Lions will always be dog shit. The Bears are pretty close to that.
Yeah, and the Bears have had success. The Bears have won Super Bowls. They've had good teams. Exactly, like the Browns and the Lions, like
it's so sad, and they've been teams since day
one. And like
one.
the Lions, I just think it's going to be a repeating pattern of them getting close. Like last year in the NFC Championship, they had a 17-point lead in the second half, and Dan Campbell fumbled that game.
Do you think they think about drafting a quarterback second, third round?
I doubt it. I mean, I could see them doing it more as just like a future thing, possibly. But I don't really think
not for a starter, of course.
I don't think the Lions are that kind of team though to prepare for their quarterback to leave. If that makes sense.
Okay.
But, dude, nothing made me more happy than that Commanders-Lions game. Fuck Detroit. Fuck the Lions. The Lions' offense was most efficient when who was quarterbacking the offense?
Teddy Bridgewater.
The best quarterback of all time, Teddy Bridgewater. When he was on the field, they got a 60-yard touchdown. When Jared Goff was on the field, he was throwing it to the defense.
Can we talk about Jameson Williams, though? Like, kind of how retarded you have to be to throw that?
Dude, that's what I was saying. In my video that is not up yet. Hopefully it's up by the time this is out. There is no way Ben Johnson didn't engrave it into Jameson Williams' mind. Hey, if it's not open, don't fucking throw it. You know what I mean? Like,
I hope so.
No, you know he did. I mean, Ben Johnson's one of the best offensive minds in the league. There's no way he didn't. So Jameson Williams was just like,
I still think it's a dumbass play call.
I don't think it's a dumb play call because they've had success on trick plays all year, and even Amonra has said like when they put a trick play in and they call it like they know it's gonna work.
Prepared, yeah.
So I just think it was a thing where maybe Jameson Williams was like,
fuck
it, and it didn't work. Keenan Allen did something similar a few weeks ago. The Bears called a trick play, and Keenan Allen, the throw was completely covered, and he threw it anyways. But guess what? The Bears had 4 wins and had nothing to play for. So in a playoff game, you can't do that. But fuck Jared Goff. That game made me so happy. The Commanders they're like that.
Don't you think the tall, white, lanky quarterback, like, I haven't seen a good one in a minute. Sam Bradford, like, didn't succeed.
I don't know if I would call Jared Goff lanky.
He's pretty tall.
Yeah, but he's kind of like beefy.
He's not very beefy.
He's a little beefy. Maybe it's just a straight jacket that makes him look like that.
But like Baker's just a tub.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's kind of big.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Like Sam Darnold, like, it just sucks. I'm still rooting for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, this is what I would do. Go take your bag.
Yes,
yes,
please.
No, even for him, you might be pissed at him.
I hope he gets paid.
Hold on. He hopes your team be 14-3, be 100%.
No, fuck
what's best for him is go get your bag, go get your guaranteed money, because you might not be that guy.
I agree. And go get your guaranteed money so you can get the fuck out of Minnesota.
Or if you go to the Raiders, who knows? Like, you might still succeed if you're good.
No.
Maybe Kevin O'Connell just sucks. There's actually some people.
Hang on, so Kevin O'Connell made Kirk Cousins look good, who we saw how he did this year. He made Josh Dobbs look good, and he made Sam Darnold look good, but Kevin O'Connell sucks, right?
But there are actually some people talking shit on Kevin O'Connell for that.
Yeah, and they're retarded if that's the case. I mean, what can Kevin O'Connell do about Sam Darnold holding onto the ball 10 seconds on play he doesn't need to, you know? And oh, yeah, but then he did his homework and called a screenplay, and Sam Darnold missed a throw on a screen that was 2 yards away from him. So Kevin O'Connell can only do so much when we have a retard managing our offense. Cancel me. Sam Darnold is the definition of retard. Look up retard on the Urban Dictionary. Picture of Sam Darnold's right there. Did you see the picture I put whenever I was talking about Sam Darnold in my video? And it was like, Sam Darnold is not ashamed about saying he saw a ghost or whatever.
What was the photo? Hey, Sophie!
It was literally just a picture of that.
What are you doing? Go! Get her out. Get her out of here.
Yeah. Idiot.
And then the next game on Sunday was the first game, the Eagles game.
Yeah.
Crazy. That was a great game.
That was an awesome game, dude. Like, the end of that game was and dude, when Saquon, I already told you this, when Saquon broke off that run in the snow in the 26 Eagles jersey, I felt like a little kid watching LeSean McCoy in a snow game.
The play was so similar, too. Did you see the side-by-side?
Yeah, no, that shit was awesome. Like, it was the first thing I thought whenever I saw him do that. That shit was awesome. And that's the one thing that does worry me about the Eagles is they've been able to lean on Saquon all throughout the playoffs, and it's why I kind of
trail.
I think if they go behind at all, if the Commanders force one turnover, the Commanders will win the game. Because I don't think, if the Commanders can get it to a shootout, I don't think Jalen Hurts is able to keep up.
Really?
Jalen Hurts hasn't had to do shit all year. He's thrown 20 passes in each of these 2 playoff games.
Crazy.
And he was coming off of a concussion. Like, he hasn't had a game where he's had to do anything since his injury.
Is really prominent because if that game's in L.A., I think the Rams go down and win that at the end.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. That sack by Jalen Carter to get it to a long 4th down was actually
Puka had a
huge.
tough-ass catch, though.
Dude, Puka's like that.
He is like that.
Dude, I think he might be one of the most talented receivers. Or not might be. He is, but he could be like top 3. Just raw talent.
He's top 10 easily.
I think he's top.
What are your top 5 receivers?
Okay, I'm going off of ignoring numbers. I'm going off of like raw talent, right?
Straight raw.
Jettas and Jamar are 1A and 1B, so that's 2. AJ Brown is my 3, bro. AJ Brown is like that. Like, he's on the team with Saquon, so he didn't get to put up crazy numbers this year, but AJ Brown is big, fast, and he can do everything. Number 4, I'd probably give to Puka, dude. Puka, like, there's nothing he can't do. He has the hands of Julio Jones, and he's white. Okay. Is he even white?
No, he's like Hawaiian, Samoan.
But is Hawaiian not white?
No.
Okay, but I'm going to say he's white just because it's cool. But I don't know. Puka Nacua is a dog. And then I don't even know who I'd give the 5 spot to. Like, maybe
Tyreek, Mike Evans, one of those guys.
Yeah, or Devontae Adams.
Yeah. I think I would put CeeDee Lamb instead of
AJ yes. Brown. No, I'd put CeeDee Lamb above Tyreek. I'd leave Tyreek out probably after this year.
I would go exact same 1, 2, but CeeDee Lamb I'd put 3. 4, I don't know if AJ Brown. I might go Tyreek, Mike Evans.
I'm going to leave Tyreek out, honestly. I like Tyreek, but realistically...
He's playing with broken wrists all season, too.
Okay, but here's my thing.
Did you see Stafford's been playing with broken ribs since week 15?
Yeah, bro. Stafford's a dog, though. That doesn't surprise me. I don't know. I'm just not on the Tyreek train. Like, the fact that he was voted the best player in the league last year was bullshit. People kind of figured out the Dolphins this year. Once they started running the 2 high safety, they couldn't do anything.
Bucks, come on. Let's send Jamel Dean for...
They're not accepting that. Unless you offer a second, which is not worth it.
Oh, I would so do it. Fuck Jamel Dean, dude. Honestly, Jamel Dean in a second for Tyreek.
You told me
that glasses ever be hurting your fucking head.
like squeezing your head. Yes,
dude.
happens to me. It's happening right now. Actually, it happens every time I wear them.
I might not rock glasses. Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Then the last game, Bills Ravens.
Mark Andrews sucks. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
but you can't put it all on Mark Andrews. He had a fumble, he had a drop, and he had another drop that was to tie the game. But the first thing is,
it's a team sport. Of course,
and even if they get that 2-point, there was still over a minute on the clock. Josh Allen could have easily gone down the field for a field goal.
Yeah.
But Lamar also turned the ball over twice.
That pick was so
even
bad.
Lamar was like, "I'm not going to put it on Mark. I fumbled and threw an interception." Like,
yeah,
which
he's
I respect.
a real ass teammate.
Which I respect a
and
lot.
him dabbing up like that's the thing. Like him, I think Lamar and Josh Allen are both like, dude. Whoever wins this game,
please.
go the Super.
Yeah,
Like they probably
please.
have a pack, bro. Like whoever wins this game, go fucking beat Mahomes.
Yeah, no, I definitely, bro. They're probably so sick of losing to that fucker in the playoffs.
Yeah, dude. Like I think that's why like they were like, did you see like right when he lost, Lamar went and said what's up? Like they like that has to be
And
like
one thing about the Ravens in that game, the Ravens are undefeated this year when Derrick Henry has 20 carries or 85 rushing yards.
they did not give him the ball.
He had 84 rushing yards, which is actually kind of crazy. But he had 16 carries. Like, and when Lamar threw that pick, it was 2nd and 11. Like, there were so many opportunities they could have give Derrick Henry carries, and they didn't. And that's what lost them the game. If Derrick Henry's not getting 20 carries, you're not going
It's
to win
almost
the game.
like they do this all the time in the playoffs.
I know. I really
Forget
thought
to
it.
rely
I
on
thought
the
it was
run
going to be
game.
different. I thought it was going to be
They
different.
do it. It's hardball kind of watch.
At the end, I get it a little bit because they had to play from behind.
Yeah.
But even in the third
They
quarter,
got it done, though,
in the
is what
third quarter,
sucks.
if you're down 2 possessions, there's still so
it
much
just
time
sucks
left.
because they got it done. You know, they executed with. I think Josh Allen would have gone down and got the field goal to win, but
Yeah.
it sucks because the Ravens took.
'Cause
care
we'll
of
never
business
know.
at the end, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, Mark Andrews.
See, but dude,
Mark Andrews
if
is
that
the
was the
second.
Chiefs, dude, everybody's losing their mind. Like, oh, of course, the ref put something on Mark Andrews' gloves. It's rigged.
Well, no, because if that was the case, there probably would have been also 2 roughing the passer penalties that were big in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hope Josh Allen can get it done.
I hope he can, too. I just hope anybody other than Mahomes, like even Jalen Hurts at this point, like,
I think Mahomes is going to the Super Bowl again. Sadly,
nah. Exactly.
see. I'm the one guy. Mahomes, I got your back, bro, dude. Come on the Good Time Podcast. Fuck the Open Kickoff. He doesn't like you.
I do like him. I just don't want them to win it. I want to see something different. Like, I don't think that's a bad
I'm
thing.
all for greatness. Dude.
I don't
want
think-
Mahomes to be the GOAT,
I'm
bro.
for greatness, but I still, at the end of the day, want something entertaining, and it's not going to be entertaining watching the same shit 3 years in a row. Imagine waiting. No, Lennon. Imagine you watch a movie, right?
The Bucks are already out. I could care less.
Okay, no.
If Baker's not gonna win it, I want to root on somebody to potentially be the new GOAT in my lifetime. Then I could tell my kids about watching Mahomes, just how like growing. I got to watch prime Tom Brady and prime Mahomes in my lifetime.
Okay, but Lennon, think
and
about
prime Baker Mayfield.
you're a big movie guy, right? Imagine you watch this movie. It's great. You have a good time. And then you wait a whole year for the next movie to come out, and it's just the same exact thing. And then they're making another movie, and then you wait a whole another year, and then that movie comes out, and it's the same
If
exact
they had
outcome.
Oppenheimer 3 release dates in a row the same year, I would go every year.
Oh well, no wonder you're like this because that movie sucks too. So
Oppenheimer is bussin'. You're crazy.
no, that movie sucks
Ever
ass.
seen the movie Coraline?
I don't even know what that is.
All right, well,
But Oppenheimer sucks. No wonder this guy thinks.
All right,
like
well
that. He
let's
likes
go ahead
Oppenheimer.
and get into the predictions. What's the first game?
Let's start off with not Bills Chiefs. Let's start off with Commanders Eagles.
Who do you got winning?
I actually am going to take the Commanders. It's like what I was talking about earlier. If the Commanders can turn the Eagles over one time, the Commanders will win. Because I
Jaden
think
Daniels plays clean ball.
not here. I said the same thing about the Packers game, and it did technically end up true. I said I think either the Packers win the game or the Eagles win by 2 touchdowns, and I think it's the same thing here. If the Eagles get a hot start and they're just able to give Saquon 30 carries for 300 rushing yards because the Commanders' run defense sucks ass,
Yeah.
they will win the game. But all it takes is to play from behind for a little bit and having to make Jalen Hurts step out of his comfort zone. And I think I think the Commanders will capitalize on every drive.
If the Eagles can have success with Saquon on the ground and they can stop the Commanders on 4th down around 50% of the time, I think they'll win.
I agree. I'm just going to take the Commanders because I think the Commanders can make it a shootout regardless of the cold weather.
So you think Jaden Daniels is going to be the first rookie ever to make a Super
Yes,
Bowl?
I think.
And you have him top 5. He's a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yes, I think regardless of the weather, the Commanders will be able to make it. Maybe not like a super high scoring, but like where teams are scoring on almost every drive. And I don't think Jalen Hurts can win in a shootout.
Would you say Jaden Daniels is like the Tom Brady's of CJ Stroud's?
No. I would say he's.
The GOAT of good rookies.
I mean, I guess.
Is that not that not?
You could have said any good rookie though.
Oh,
I don't really know. I can't.
is he
think
the
of a
best
good
rookie of all
comparison.
time?
He might be.
If he goes to the Super Bowl, fuck yeah.
Even without it, dude. Like he's had a
He's
crazy.
the second
he
worst
broke.
roster.
He broke multiple records this year. Most rushing yards by a quarterback as a rookie. Like
He's so good.
no, and he is so poised. Like he looks like a veteran in these playoff games.
And like LSU sucked.
I know. I remember
He
when
was 8-5 his senior year.
remember when I asked you who the LSU quarterback is now. He has a lot to live up to. Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels to live up to. That's a lot of pressure.
That is a lot of pressure.
I don't even
A
know
lot
who
of
the
aura,
Super-
dude.
So dude. But yeah, I have the Commanders winning. Who do you got?
I think I got the Eagles. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be rooting for the. Actually, I don't know. I want Jalen Hurts to get in it. He went to OU. I like Saquon. That'd be cool. I'm rooting for offense, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm already down official. I'll pick the Eagles just to make it closer.
I'm not even keeping track of the score.
Yeah,
anymore,
I
because
stopped
you already
because
lost.
yeah.
We gotta order that maid outfit here pretty soon.
We can do that on the Pro Bowl episode next week, and then it'll come in for the Super Bowl.
All right, cool. Hey, everybody, tune in on the Super Bowl episode. This man across from me will be in a maid dress.
We
the
can't. Let's
entire
not order
episode.
too sexy of one. But like,
I'll let you
decently
pick it
sexy.
out.
Yes.
But you
A
got
maid
it. It's
outfit.
gonna be a maid dress, regardless.
I just know, like, not one that has like my butt cheeks.
You might have to let Annie spank you or something with that on. You might have to wear it to the bedroom.
I might. Yeah, I might. That might be kind of fire. I'm like Annie. I have a little duster.
Annie, do you think Lennon's gonna look good in the maid outfit? Hey, that's all that matters, right?
That is all that matters.
That's awesome.
And then
Bills, Chiefs. So he's 0-4 against Mahomes in the playoffs, right? Is that what the record is? Damn.
there's no way it's 0-5, right? I think it's 0-5. I'm really rooting for the Bills. I love Josh Allen so much.
Mm-hmm.
I pick the Bills in my playoff bracket every year because I really want them. It's like, you know,
I'm not gonna say there's no way of 0-5 because I think there's definitely a way.
Yeah.
However, I am gonna take the Bills. Like I said, the Chiefs have been playing like shit all season. I think they played like shit against the Texans. If they play how they played against the Texans against the Bills win by 14.
it's gonna be such. I hope it's a shootout. Can it be a shootout?
It won't be a shootout. I think it's like 24-20 final score. Give it to the Bills.
Nothing will beat that one Bills Chiefs game.
I know, bro. And imagine if we had the playoff overtime rules now with that. I wonder how that game would have been. It probably would have ended in the Chiefs winning because the Bills would have went and scored a touchdown. Chiefs would have gotten a field goal and won the game.
Either way, yeah. Harrison Butker is so clutch.
He is really clutch.
Everybody was talking shit on him for being a captain, of course, because the country's at a hard state right now.
Yeah.
Harrison Butker is the Chiefs captain and Trump's president. I feel so bad for people
Country's going to hell.
going home. And I'm like, I don't blame him, dude. He might say dumb shit in the media. Who cares? He makes clutches kicks.
And my thing is what he said, like, it was at a Catholic school. Like, those are that religion's
Yeah.
beliefs. Like, at the end of the day, like, I get some people disagree with what he said, but what he said
he can kick a damn
aligns
football.
with his beliefs, too.
But
So, like, I don't really give a
and
shit what he
he can
said.
kick a damn football.
He can kick a damn football.
You know me, I could care less about
At least he's not
says.
kicking girls in the head like Kareem Hunt. Like, it could
And
be
nobody
worse.
cares.
That's what I'm saying.
If
You don't hear
Kareem Hunt
anybody
was
talking.
if Kareem Hunt was a playoff captain, they'd be like, yes, our OG running back.
Well, I'm not even just saying about that. Like, it's crazy that all those years ago, Kareem Hunt kicks a woman in the head and nobody talks about it. But Harrison Butker, in nowadays and age, and like I'm not gonna be one of these crazy guys that talks about woke culture, but like in the world we live in now, like you're not allowed to go on and talk about your beliefs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy.
Do you think if you go up to the average white girl in LA and you ask her, who do you hate more, Harrison Butker
They'd
or
say
Alvin
Harrison Butker.
Kamara?
Well, Alvin Kamara at least did it to a dude, so it doesn't affect women that much. Kareem
True,
Hunt
true,
kicked a
true.
woman in the head. Ray Rice.
But what's worse?
Ray Rice.
Ray Rice.
If you ask the average woman who they
Yeah.
hate more, Harrison Butker or Ray Rice, they would say Harrison Butker because they don't even know who Ray Rice is,
But
and he
they're
beat
like,
the shit out of
Ray
his
Rice
wife.
beat the shit out of a woman. They're like, still.
She probably deserved it.
Yeah, she probably did.
Maybe she did. You never know.
Hey, hear the full side of the story. I do like, though, that the NFL actually punishes for that.
Yeah, they should punish a little bit more than they do, though.
Well, like Ray Rice, dude, his career was over. Good.
But it wasn't even the NFL doing it. I think the Ravens literally cut him and nobody wanted
Good.
him.
I think that's a good thing by an organization. Fuck that.
I think it should be more of the NFL being like, hey, you're not going to get to play anymore.
Yeah.
It was more the Ravens being like, hey, we don't want anything
Yeah.
to do with you.
But, like, if Mahomes just punched Brittany in the face,
Oh, I wonder.
like, they'd cover it up. You have to.
They probably would.
You have to.
This is the moneymaker.
But
The
also-
golden boy.
But also, too, I feel like Brittany's kind of a real bitch. She's like,
She would eat it.
"Ow, let me put some makeup on." I feel like
Let
she
me put
knows.
my $10 million
Yeah.
makeup on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But Mahomes would never do it, of course.
how
Mahomes-
many really big...
That's what I do like, before you say that, that's what I do. Mahomes and his wife, they have a really cute family.
I think his wife gets hated on way too much.
Thank you.
She doesn't
I'm a
deserve
big
all that.
Brittany fan.
But how many like big name NFL players do you think are like beating their girlfriends behind the scenes and they don't say anything? There's got to be a decent amount.
Minimum 3%. That's a lot.
Yeah.
There's 53 people per roster.
But I'm just talking about.
That's almost
I'm
one
talking
and a
about
half.
just the big names. Like, okay, how many players on the NFL top 100 list that'll come out this year do you think secretly beat their wives behind
3%.
closed doors? So you think 3 of them
There's
do?
3 guys.
Yeah, I would bet. I mean, Joe Mixon's
How
probably
many of them
Joe
cheat-
Mixon's probably going to be on the list.
How many of them
All of
cheat
them.
on their wives?
All of them.
Pine Cheesecake Factory.
No, probably not all of them, but a decent amount of them.
Yeah.
I feel like
crazy.
a lot of women when they have like an NFL husband are willing to like bat an eye for the money.
If you're rich, dude, I mean, it's kind of.
I mean, I'm not agreeing with it. I think
No,
you should
it's
not
wrong,
cheat on
yeah.
your wife regardless, but I do think there are women that would bat an eye.
And you can't even blame them if they're still happy. You're rich. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe they're into that kind of shit. Who knows?
Well, I don't think it's considered abuse at that point. I think that's just allowed.
Yeah, it's just allowed. Like high five.
Dude, I don't care how kinky a girl is. I'm not hitting anybody.
Oh, I wasn't talking about hitting. I was talking about cheating.
I'm an idiot. You think
We were
girls
talking about cheat. We were
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
that was my
cheating.
bad. You think there's girls that like getting cheated on?
Maybe.
No way.
I mean, there's probably.
I mean, there are some
there's-
weird. There's probably like one or
Dude,
two.
you're
but
also talking
like,
about girls who are into getting hit.
I know, but that's different. Like
I feel like.
liking getting. There's definitely way more people that like getting hit than like getting cheated on.
I wonder what's the percent. Give it a goog.
No, because it's like pretty common for girls to be into like getting hit.
Yeah,
stuff like
true.
that. But I would, dude. I don't care how into that you are. I'm not fucking hitting you. Like
Yeah.
I've also said, if a girl ever tries to choke me while we're doing anything, she's getting slapped. That's the only time I'll hit a girl.
That's so
Get
funny.
your fucking hand off my neck.
You just break her fucking.
I'll just
wrist.
force choke her.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Coming from a guy that's watched one Star Wars movie,
And you couldn't even say what Star Wars movie it was.
Star Wars 7. All right, because I watched it in
What
theaters.
was it called?
Return of the Jedi.
No.
I don't
Force
know.
Awakens. You know what year it came out?
2014. I only know that because, that was kind of a guess, but I was just thinking about the time frame when I saw it. And I
About-
took a
you're
nap
about
during that
10.
movie because that shit was ass.
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't
pretty
even
ass.
Star Wars fan, but I've seen other Star Wars movies. They're just not good.
See, guys, if this, we're gonna get a lot of this kind of content whenever.
We got to do a good time episode soon,
NFL, we do need to do a good time episode
where we can
soon.
talk about whatever we want, because this one kind of been like that anyway.
Yeah, later.
You know, while we're here, have you watched the new Mr. Beast episode or no?
The Beast Games.
Yeah.
I'm so behind. I heard it was cutthroat.
Okay.
Are,
I'm gonna
are
try
people
to
actually really fucked up.
Yes, but this is the part I wanted to tell you about because
Guys, lighting got bad. Sorry.
it's not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna try to say without spoiling because it was just so funny. So this dude gets put up on like a platform and they're playing this game where like you eliminate these people, right? And he gets called up because he got voted as the captain of the last like 20 people.
Okay.
And Mr. Beast was like, okay, I want you to pick your 3 least favorite people out of here for whatever the game was because I'm not gonna spoil that. And he picked this one black lady. And then the second girl he picked was another black lady. And there's only 20 people left. There's like maybe 6 black women. And I'm sitting there going, I'm like, there's no way that he does it again. And he picked 3 black women when he asked to pick his least favorite. And the thing is, the kid seemed like a good kid. So I almost think there's a
It's a
possibility.
kid.
I mean, he's older than me, so calling him a kid's weird. But he seemed like 25, maybe. But like, I'm almost wondering if he's just so not racist. Because he said that he was just picking people he hadn't built a connection with because he built connections with people or whatever. But I wonder if he's just so not racist that he didn't even think about the fact that would be bad. Because if I was there and I picked 2 black girls, I'd be like,
I
no,
can't-
no
yeah,
way I'm picking
yeah,
another one.
you
You know,
can't,
'Cause
yeah.
even the people in the show were like, yo, that doesn't look good.
It's the same thing. Fuck it. It's kind of the same thing as the salute that fucking Elon Musk did.
Dude, I was just talking about that earlier. I don't think that was his intentions, but how do you not realize
That's what I
that
was
you
telling
can't
I
do
think
that?
he's so smart. Where like he was like that was Alexander the Great salute he did in the War of 1480, and it's my favorite salute ever. And it's like, no, dude, that looks like a Nazi.
Yeah, that's
salute.
what I'm saying. Like,
And it
even
doesn't
if-
help the case. It does not help any case at all. It's so funny.
No, I know. We're getting way off topic here, but
We are getting off topic.
it's whatever, bro. There's only so much football to talk about right now.
There is.
But yeah,
I mean,
you have any weird takes for next season? Obviously, the draft and free agency hasn't. You can make a free agency call. You could
Tyree
call-
to the Buccaneers. I want it so bad.
That's not going to happen, though.
want
I
it
think
so bad.
Tyree goes.
To Tampa.
I actually think he'll stay in Miami, even after he said all
I
that.
think he'll stay in Miami too.
But I don't know. I think the Bears come out.
Ooh! Buccaneers. Trade for Marshawn Lattimore.
That's not going to happen ever.
I know we need a corner. We need to make it. Who's like? What's a good corner we could trade?
The thing
for?
is, you don't want to get a super high market guy that you have to give like a first or second for.
no, I just in free agency. Like there could be. some
I don't
guys
even
in
know
the
who
fall.
the free agent corners are this year, honestly.
I know, dude. Like if we had a we
Don't
need a
take any of the
dog corner.
Vikings secondary, and I'm cool. That's like the one part of our
Oh,
team I
y'all-
like.
It just depends on y'all gonna extend. What's his face?
I think we extended to Kevin O'Connell, by the way. I don't have
Nice.
socials, but somebody told me that.
But Stephon Gilmore. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I don't
Y'all
know if
probably
we-
don't extend him.
That could be somebody y'all could
Cameron
go for.
Bynum,
I
too.
thought y'all were gonna
Tanner
sign.
Bynum still hasn't been extended.
I thought y'all were gonna sign Marshawn. Or
Bullshit, we didn't.
I thought y'all were gonna sign Stephon Gilmore.
It would have helped.
And
the
then we
team
got
so
him,
much.
and I was kind of like, why? Like we're kind of in a rebuild year. And then we got 14 wins and lost.
Cameron
And got
Bynum too hasn't
first
gotten
round
re-signed.
exits.
Do you think?
I think we bring back Cam Bynum. I fucking love Cam Bynum.
But he could get a lot of money from another team.
But
Like
you get
the
a lot of
Ravens.
money from us. We're not paying that many. We're paying
Yeah,
Jay
you're not-
Jettas, and
you're
that's
not
like
paying-
it.
It depends if y'all are paying Sam Darnold.
We're not. Okay,
I think
I'm
y'all
gonna
are.
declare right now, if we pay Sam Darnold, I'm not a fan of the Vikings.
You're
next
leaving?
year.
Will you go to the
Just for
Bucks?
the year. Just
Will
for
you
the
go to
year.
the Bucks for the year?
We'll see. We'll see.
I think that's fair.
But for the year, I will not be a
you can
Vikings
be
fan if we
half
resign
Bucks,
Sam
half
Darnold.
Dolphins.
I could not put myself through that.
That
Sounds terrible. I'll probably be like I'll be a Ravens fan next year.
No, Bucks. Bucks are so fun to be a fan of.
So are the Ravens, though.
Nah,
I'll get the same shit. They'll both just have good regular seasons and lose in the playoffs.
true,
Same as the Vikings. I may as well just be a Chiefs fan, honestly.
dude. Honestly,
You know, I think all the time, like, why couldn't I have just picked to be a
Or-
Chiefs fan when I was a kid?
no, yeah. Could you imagine like somebody did pick like they're like I love Alex Smith. Like when Alex Smith
Yeah.
first went from like where was he at first? San Francisco.
Mm.
And he went, you're like, you know what? I really like Alex Smith. I'm going to root for him on the Chiefs. And you just become a diehard Chiefs fan. And then 10 years later, they're winning Super Bowls every year. Like, this is fucking.
You got to stay a Bucks fan after Baker, assuming he retires with the Bucks. You got to stay because what if something
Yeah.
like that happen?
Yeah, I'll just be a diehard Bucks fan.
And also, after you've rooted for the Bucks for so long, if Baker does retire there, like,
There's going to be guys that are like Bucky. Like, the next year, I'm going to be
Yeah.
rooting for Bucky.
exactly.
And then, like, there's going to be a guy, hopefully, Baker gets to play for 10 more years and mentor a guy. What if he gets to mentor at OU
okay,
guy or
10 is a
something?
stretch.
Nah, Baker can play. Baker's going to play for
He's
20.
like 29, right?
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, he's not playing 10 more
He
years.
can play 10 more years. He can play till he's 40. Aaron Rodgers is 39. Why can't Baker
And he
do that?
sucks ass now.
True. So how you think Baker has like 5 years?
I'll give him like 6, 7.
I'm fine.
How do you feel about the Aaron Glenn signing?
It's like you just out with the old.
That's
in
what I'm
with the
saying. I feel
same.
like he's not going to
Exact
do
same.
anything different than Saleh did.
Exact same. Really
I feel
weird.
like Saleh, honestly, is probably a more secure head coach option than Aaron Glenn is.
I think so because he's already been in the building. I think like I don't know.
And Robert Saleh had a great defense whenever he was coaching New York. It was Aaron Rodgers and Nathaniel
I
Hackett
really
that was
wonder,
selling.
Did you see Liam Cohen refuse the Jaguars? He said, "I'm pulling myself out. I'm staying with Tampa Bay."
I did not see that.
How awesome!
That is awesome.
Dude.
Oh, I forgot the Jags still have a spot open.
No, the Jags. No, the Jags. That was their number 2. Ben Johnson was
Who are
their
the
number
Jags
1.
gonna
Their
get?
number 2 was Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen said no.
Yeah, but who are they going to go for now?
I have no clue. They go for
McCarthy,
now.
maybe? But that's just, you're going to get into
No.
the same situation
Yeah.
with McCarthy.
Maybe Kingsbury.
My super hot take is I don't think it's necessarily going to happen, actually, so not a hot take, but I think Saleh on the Cowboys would be dangerous.
No, I think Dion. I think they're gonna pull some.
No, I'm not saying I
shenanigans.
think that's what will happen. I think if Saleh
I think the
was,
Cowboys
I
would
think
have to pull some
Saleh is the
shenanigans.
best move for the Cowboys.
I know
That offense is going to be fine regardless.
or Dak. Yeah,
If Saleh could come in with Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, all these defensive weapons,
your defense
and
would be
make
great.
that defensive powerhouse,
Sign a decent offensive coordinator.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Bring in whoever Sean McVay has as offensive assistant. Bring him in for your offensive coordinator.
exactly.
He'll probably be good. He has a 50% chance of being a stud.
yeah, he'll have the 14-3 record throughout the season and then lose in the first round.
Yeah, and you just have to hope you don't play against him and you're not fucked. Because McVay's record against his prodigies is insane.
Yeah, and Dallas just needs to get the first round bye so they don't have to be first round exits again.
Dude,
You know, I'm pretty sure the Dallas Cowboys are the only team in the last 20 years to not make an NFC championship. Only team in the NFC.
You want to know what it is?
It might
They're
be
the-
10 years.
No, they're the team in the NFC who hasn't made the NFC championship the longest. Every
Yeah,
team has made it.
But it's not a huge window either, though. Like, I heard
like
the
20
exact
years,
number
yeah.
the other day.
But isn't
That's
that crazy that they're the worst NFC team technically?
Fuck Dallas.
Fuck Dallas.
Hey, I might rather be that than be the Vikings. Because, I mean, last time I got to watch my team in the NFC championship, we lost 42-7, so that wasn't very fun.
Yeah, but when's the last time? Yeah, I'd rather lose.
I'd rather not make the playoffs than lose in the playoffs. I can't even lie. Like, that shit sucked this year.
Nah. I mean, that game did suck, but you got to
No,
experience.
last
something fun.
year, I enjoyed the playoffs so
But
much
the
more.
season as a whole was a lot more fun as a Vikings fan.
It was, but for nothing.
We should have just went.
No, I'm so... Dude,
But you know why
the crazy
we
thing
should
is
have
we were...
went because we're good luck.
It wouldn't have changed anything. You can't fix Sam Darnold.
That's why I wouldn't go. I would not go to because could you imagine we pay to go to that?
But
You'd
it's
be
crazy
like, it'd
because
be
we
such a waste of
talked
money.
about going to a playoff game, and whenever I sent you that and saw how cheap the tickets were, I was genuinely thinking about like maybe trying to convince you to go. Thank God.
Yeah. That's why I would.
I think
told
next
you too, it
year
wouldn't be worth
next
it.
year I think we go to a playoff game that nobody's team is a part of.
or like Bills Cheese.
Or no, I think we go to like a cheap one. Like Texans Chargers this year would not have been expensive, and it would have been in Texas.
But no, could you imagine going to Bills Chiefs? So like going to the winner of the
You know
Super
how
Bowl?
expensive? Let me look up how expensive those tickets are, because I guarantee you the minimum's like $1,000,
I know.
maybe more.
It's gonna be the crazy. It's not that much.
Over under 1,400 for the minimum ticket.
Under. I bet you minimum ticket's like $460.
Wow, I was really wrong.
Is that close?
It's $230. When I was looking at tickets for the NFC Championship game, like to buy them early, it was saying that the cheapest was like $500, $600.
See,
The
dude,
cheapest
that's
is
what I'm saying.
$230.
We just literally
Let's
like.
just go. We got 3 days.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what we should do next year. Instead of going to a game, we're like, hey, let's take all this money we did last year, put it in, and we'll save it in this cash right here.
I don't
And
know.
then we
I
just-
liked going to multiple games. I really
Yeah.
liked it.
I
want to go to Tampa next year.
Go to Tampa. If we need to go to Tampa for a good game, like if
Like a good game
a
as
Saints-
in a good matchup, or a game
No,
that they're pretty
a
much
good
guaranteed to
win.
win. Okay,
A
I
good
agree.
win.
I agree.
I need,
And then I want to go to Lambeau.
yes,
You know, me and Grant talked about that. I was trying to talk him into the Vikings play at Seattle next year. I was like, that would be so
I'd root
much
for
fun.
Seattle there.
You're an asshole.
No, dude, the 12th man aspect. Like that's the thing. Rooting.
I don't
for
even think that's a real thing anymore, bro. The Seahawks fan base is
but
not
rooting,
that crazy.
Rooting for the home team so much more fun.
Yeah, but
rooting
that
for the away
Vikings
team
game was a
sucks.
crazy.
That's what I would say,
experience.
dude. Let's just only go for. It's so much more fun when you get to be in the culture.
I agree, but I do want to go to Vikings.
Like
at Lambeau.
Packers, we have to go to I don't want to go to a Packers game.
No,
as a
it
Vikings
has to
fan.
be Packers Vikings, dude. That's like an awesome matchup.
Yeah, but I'm not going to Lambeau.
You can root for the Packers. I don't care.
When we can't go to an Eagles game. Did you see the video of the guy calling the girl a cunt over and over?
No, but I would never, ever in my life go to Eagles or Bills
Dude,
game
it's
as
like
an
this
away
girl
fan.
in a Packers jersey, like this sweet, probably like 20, 30-year-old girl. This guy's like, you fucking worthless cunt. And everybody's like, dude, chill out. I'm pretty sure the Eagles like banned him for life.
Good.
No, it's crazy.
Shout
Like,
out
what
the
are you
Eagles.
saying? Like, poor girl, dude.
But yeah, no, I've already said I would never go to Philly or Buffalo as an away fan. Ever.
Oh, no, Buffalo. We need to go to Buffalo. We're going to Buffalo wild card next year. They're going to win.
It's going to be snowing on
They're going to
us.
win. It's going to snow, but we'll get drunk as shit.
You
and
want
we'll
to
get
watch a
warm.
game in snow?
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
I don't.
I do.
I'll go with you.
No,
but
think about it. We'll dress how we did for the We were so
no,
warm
we'll have to
before.
dress way more warmer than
Nah,
that.
we'll dress
No,
how
the
we did.
Vikings game, it was only like 30, 40. It's in Buffalo
True.
right now. It's probably like in
10
the
degrees.
teens.
We'll be fine.
I'm game.
Dude, and we'll get... Oh,
Today, Chris texted me, "I'm game for whatever," and I said, "How do you know what that means?" And he said that was his saying. It's like,
it was his saying back in the day.
I guess so.
Hey, he should have panned it.
He's not Unk anymore. He's young.
We should honestly, you know what I'm gonna do for my next season picks? I'm gonna ask Chris his picks every week and just do the opposite.
That's genius.
Genius strategy.
Yeah. And then in the playoffs next year, just ask me what you think I think's gonna happen, and then pick the opposite.
You've
of
been
that
pretty
as well.
bad in the playoffs.
Dude, I've been terrible. Think about my wild card predictions. They were basically all wrong.
Yeah.
I got Bucks wrong. I got Packers wrong. I got all the NFC wild card wrongs. Wild cards
Yeah,
wrong. I got Chargers wrong, and then the other two are freebies.
Yeah, that's crazy. You
And then I
suck.
had the Ravens beating the Bills. I was wrong.
You're
I technically
washed.
did pick the Texans to beat the Chiefs on the show, but I did
If
say.
only, dude, if I would have been down 5, I would have had you.
Well, I also wouldn't have picked the Texans to beat the Chiefs.
True.
I only did that because we were saying fuck it.
No, I'm just saying because I did so much better in the playoffs either way.
Yeah, dude, you've sucked it up this year.
Dude, I started a good record, but I think the Jaguars. Fuck the Jaguars. The Jaguars are like my least favorite. Dude, and imagine Liam Cohen.
I tried to. Did I not try to tell you the whole season though that the
You
Jags
did.
sucked?
You did. But the Panthers, I was right on. I was right on Bryce Young.
Kinda. They still got 4 wins.
5 wins. It was
Okay.
5 and 12.
Sorry, they still got 5 wins.
As many as the Jets.
Okay, but
If I would have said, I could have made other points.
yeah.
If
But what you said was that Texans missed playoffs and the Panthers are better, and the Panthers got 5 less wins.
if the Colts and Jaguars were a little better, like I thought they were gonna be, which a lot of people did.
Because I want to say the Texans swept both of them.
Yeah.
They lost to
Crazy.
the Titans though. Isn't that crazy?
I don't even see, dude.
I think the Texans bounce back next year though. That
It's-
defense,
If the Jaguars could just get a good coach, dude, I think they'd be fine.
I
They have
agree.
such a
But
talented
I think the
roster.
Texans win it again next year. I think they bounce back because dude, that Texans defense is no fucking joke.
There's no joke, and I
The
mean,
pass rush and the secondary is insane.
got
You
all their-
can't throw the ball
they got
against
all
the
their
Texans.
guys coming back too. And CJ Stroud looked great before the injury.
Do you think
started.
they bring back Diggs for another year? He's only on a 1-year deal.
Diggs to the Bucks? I'm just kind of want Diggs. I say Diggs goes, but I think Diggs like
Comes back to Minnesota. I'm coming home.
No, you don't
Coming
want him.
home. I don't want him. I like Diggs. He's funny. He cracks me up.
Would you trade
Probably not.
Justin Jefferson
No.
to the Bengals
No.
for Trey Hendrickson
No.
and 4 first-round picks?
No.
Dang. What if
I mean, realistically, probably yeah, but no.
what if their backup quarterback just happened to be Jaden Daniels? Would you trade Justin Jefferson for Jaden Daniels?
Just straight up?
Straight up.
Nah. I think Justin Jefferson is what makes our offense so good.
Okay. Who would you trade? Like, what's like the lowest player you trade for Justin Jefferson?
One of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Baker?
No. Like, I'm talking Mount Rushmore.
Your top one of the
Because
top,
you know me, Jaden Daniels is my number 5.
Yeah,
so it'd
so
have
your
to
top
be
4.
any of those top 4 guys. Because it's a whole different level up there.
Yeah, it is. I think
Burrow,
absolutely-
Allen, Lamar Mahomes.
Those
like,
guys are different levels.
easily Mount Rushmore. Like, there's
I think
nobody
Baker
that
though
touches him.
easily. I think
Baker's
unconscious-
easily top 10 this year.
No, I think you can't argue. Right, like even going to next season, people need to put Baker at the 7-8 mark easily,
I agree.
or even lower.
And you know
10.
me, even this season, before the season, I said he wasn't top 10. I came around. He's top 10.
And we got Liam Cohen coming back, dude.
Chris Godwin's gonna be back.
let's
healthy. Or Chris
somehow-
Godwin's a free agent.
We're gonna get Chris Godwin. Well, that's our.
You never know.
No, our GM's really good about taking care of our guys. We're gonna say, tell Chris Godwin, don't worry about it. We're gonna pay. Well, let's get a good contract. We'll either franchise tag you good, come back, you ball. We'll pay you good. We know you will. We're gonna help him out. Tristan Wirfs, the highest paid left tackle. Baker got an epic deal. We know how to pay our guys. I'm not worried.
Yeah, but I mean, just with how y'all already extended Mike Evans, extended Baker, and paid Tristan Wirfs, how much? Especially when you have all the needs you do on the defense, do you have the money to address the needs on defense and pay Chris Godwin?
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll just.
Y'all need to have a really good draft, basically.
which we did last year but on offense is what sucks.
Exactly. Are y'all gonna be able to draft?
But
Because
also,
y'all's
too, but
defensive
think about
picks
it.
didn't
Chris
do
Broswell.
shit. He didn't do shit.
But Chris Broswell didn't get that much playing
But
time.
you don't think they saw him in practice and realized,
Yeah.
okay, maybe this guy's a
But
liability?
Yaya Diaby had a good second half, so I wonder, like, are we gonna try Diaby and Chris Broswell, and then maybe draft Danny Stutzman in the 3rd round would be a great pickup for us, something like that. We need
Y'all
a
could
corner.
really use him.
Corner first round, absolutely. We absolutely need it. There's some really good late
Yeah.
round corners. Like the only corner who's gonna go top 10, if it's not Will Johnson, is Travis Hunter.
It's not late enough in the season for me to start paying attention to the prospects.
Will Johnson's a
Normally,
corner from
after the
Michigan.
Super Bowl, I start looking into the prospects and doing my mock drafts and shit. I genuinely could name like 3 players going into the
No.
draft right now.
Well, Will Johnson's a quarterback for Michigan. He's a dog. He's gonna be a top 10 pick probably.
Trade up.
No, the Bucks don't trade up.
Do it anyway.
Dude, anyway.
Trade Chris Godwin.
Bro. Let's trade Rashad White, Jamel Dean. No, let's trade Jamel Dean and our 1st and 2nd up to pick 1 and get Travis Hunter.
I don't think that's worth it.
You don't think it's worth
A
it?
1 and a 2 for Travis.
What do you
Hunter.
think we could just do, like our 1 and Jamel Dean to get up to 4?
No, but I'm just saying. I think what you had was the right idea because to get up that high, especially 1, you have to give up a lot.
It'd be kind of worth it to get a guy
But
because
the thing
Travis
is-
Hunter would ball for us where he could play a little bit both ways. A little more corner, but a little bit on offense.
I really don't think they're going to let him play both ways in the NFL.
Depends where he goes.
I don't think anybody does.
But would you think I'm right about the Dion to the Cowboys situation?
No, I think you're wrong. Deanna said he doesn't want to coach in the NFL.
Now he said it, but me and Jerry are good buddies. Him and Jerry are great friends.
Here's my thing. I get he says he's good friends with Jerry, but Dion's a guy that brings a lot of attention and he wants control. And Jerry doesn't want to bring in people that also want control. Think about
I don't know.
what was that coach that won them the Super Bowls that he fired before Ginger dude, Jimmy Johnson or whatever.
Jason- Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about Jason Garrett. I'm talking about the guy
you're
before
trying-
him.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
Fired him after he won all the Super Bowls because he was getting all the attention and all of the praise.
I mean, Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett made a Pro Bowl and got fired 2 years later.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they
Dude,
bring
I
in
mean,
Dion.
fucking what's his name? Who just got fired?
No, fuck Mike McCarthy. He should have gotten
Dude,
fired.
Mike McCarthy has made the playoffs every year he's been a head coach. He's won the division every year except 1 year he's been a head coach. And then his
Well, what do you do in the
quarterback
playoffs
wasn't-
every year?
True.
That's
But
all
it's
you
the
got to
same thing
say.
with Mike Tomlin, like,
I don't think Mike Tomlin should have a job anymore.
you think so? You just think there's new waves of coaches are just taking over?
It's a new era. We done with the 90s.
Not in the early 2000s. Rogers is
That's
done.
just the saying is we done with the.
Oh.
That's what people started saying about Jordan whenever they would like show clips of him playing against plumbers.
Oh, that's funny. Dude, it's crazy. Like, the NFL is really, like, the OG NFL is pretty much done after Rodgers.
No, he's the only one left.
I hope Rodgers goes to Minnesota so bad.
Stop saying
he
that.
wants to do
no,
it.
stop. No, he doesn't.
He
He
wants
said
to.
he wants to stay in New York. He said that.
Nah, he wants to go to Minnesota. You know he wants to, like, go to where Brett Favre went and win a Super Bowl.
He's
Brett
not
Favre
coming to
couldn't.
Minnesota. And dude, Brett Favre, he's just gonna do the same shit Brett Favre did.
Losing the NFC Championship?
Yeah, or worse. Or he's gonna do what he did for the Jets and give.
Imagine
4
he
wins.
losing the NFC Championship to the Saints.
If I ever have to watch my team lose in the NFC Championship again, it might be my last day on Earth.
Yeah, that's crazy. You weren't watching that one, though. You would have been...
No, I was watching. Because I remember that was the Case Keenum year.
No, I was talking about 2009 was the Brett Favre year.
Oh, no, I wasn't watching then. But, I mean,
I was
like
watching
the couple years after that was when I got into it.
Tracy Porter pick six, all-time classic. Tracy Porter for the Saints had a pick six in that game and a pick six in the Super Bowl. How crazy is that?
Fuck Tracy Porter.
Legend.
I know, but fuck him. You know how cool it would be to say that my favorite team has won a Super Bowl before?
My favorite team won a Super Bowl.
With Tom Brady.
But how Baker...
Your team is only your team.
Is this sad? Do you think Baker will never get a ring, or do you think he could?
I think he could, but it's just like...
This was the window. The NFC, like how Jaden Daniels is getting it done. If we took out Jaden Daniels, this was our year.
And the thing is, it's obviously he could, but winning a ring is so hard, right? So you have all the powerhouse quarterbacks in the AFC, all the top guys at quarterback, but then the NFC, you have the powerhouse rosters. You have the Rams, you have the Vikings, you have the Eagles, you have the Lions. Like, you have to go through a lot.
The Bucs are a great roster.
Exactly. You have to go through a lot in the NFC just to make it.
Falcons are a great roster.
You have to go through a lot in the NFC just to make it to the Super Bowl, and then you make it and you're going against Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or Joe Burrow. Like, that's the problem at the end of the day. I think that's why I want Jaden Daniels to win it so bad, is I want somebody to win the Super Bowl, like, while there's a window.
But if Mahomes didn't, I think it's Mahomes' window. Like,
if Mahomes makes the Super Bowl, he's gonna win it.
Yeah,
but I don't think he makes it.
If Josh Allen's in the Super Bowl, you think if it's Josh Allen versus Jaden Daniels, who gets it?
Josh Allen. I told you who had the Ravens Bills was the Super Bowl. Now basically where I stand is Bills Chiefs is the Super Bowl.
It's crazy. That's crazy. I kind of agree.
I hope it's the Bills.
Dude. And
Bills fans
in
need
Kansas
it.
City too. I wonder if that ref's gonna be there.
Bro,
Did you see
Bills
that stat
fans
about there's this ref who's like the Chiefs are 11-0 with him.
Shocker.
And so I wonder if he's gonna ref that game.
To be fair, they also lost. They don't lose very much, so
that is true. Like, did you see the Eagles in their last few games are like in their last 15 games are like the last 16 games are 15-1, and then in the Chiefs last 23 games are like 22-1. Some crazy shit like that. It was something weird.
Oh,
like
with
that.
the ref?
No. Like, just period. The Eagles and the Chiefs. And then, so, like, there's two teams, bro, who are, like, the hottest. The Chiefs are on some really hot winning streak.
I don't think what you're saying makes sense.
No, they're starting. Or, like, Mahomes. Mahomes on the win streak. Think about Mahomes' win streak he's on right now.
I mean, yeah. But Jalen...
Besides the one loss.
The Eagles lost a game late in the season.
Yeah, but Jalen wasn't playing. It was Jalen.
Okay. Now I see.
Sorry, I fucked up.
It took me a second to get what you were saying.
I said wrong. Jalen and Pat are on like these crazy, like their last 15 games 14-1, last 23 games 22-1, something crazy like that.
And they're both gonna lose.
You really think it's Bills Commanders? That'll feed families.
That will feed, dude. That would be the best Super Bowl.
Two teams.
I've been saying all year I want a 6 Super Bowl that two teams can both put up a bunch of points, and that's what we would get.
It's gonna be Eagles Chiefs.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be Eagles Chiefs.
Okay. I do think either the Eagles or the Chiefs could make the Super Bowl, but I don't think both of them do. We're gonna get one up. We're gonna get one up. No, we're gonna get one upset.
It's gonna be Eagles Chiefs.
We're gonna get.
How funny is that? That it's gonna be Mahomes. Like, will have had played the Eagles twice. What if he beats the Eagles twice and the 49ers twice in the Super Bowl? Like, beats two teams twice in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine? Yeah. But the only person he has to be in the Super Bowl is Brady.
That's true.
Mahomes to go.
But that Chiefs team was ass. That was all Mahomes at the time, other than Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. But like the offensive line was ass, the defense was it is now.
Yeah.
Like back then, the Chiefs were kind of like how the Bucs are now, where it's all offense, no defense, and then Spags completely turned that shit around.
Yeah, turn that shit around. But yeah,
fuck the Chiefs, dude.
Anything else for the week? Do you have a lock of the week or anything?
I mean, I got like 10 locks of the week if you want to hear them.
Just give one. Give your best.
My one that. Should I give you my donation that pays like $500, or should I give you my lock that I think is actually?
Give me a donation.
All right, $3 bet to pay $587.
That's what I'm talking about.
Josh Allen higher than 2.5 passing touchdowns.
I like it.
Jaden Daniels higher than 34.5 longest completion.
Oh, that one's gonna be hard.
Saquon 200 rushing yards.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Travis Kelce 90 receiving yards.
Dude, here's the thing.
Obviously, it's not likely, but that's why.
If Saquon breaks off for a 60-yard run, he's gonna get it.
That's what I'm saying. Last week I had a bet that I made, and it was like 60x. I bet like Jameer to get 100 yards, Saquon to get 160, and Derrick Henry to get 140. And the first two happened. I was like, no way.
Yeah, right. I've been checking for the camera speed. I don't have the live chargers now, so I don't have to do that anymore.
Hey, shout out live chargers. Do your homework.
That is.
I didn't even notice they were up. But yeah, here I can give you one lock. I'll find one. Let's see.
Guys, Maddox was begging my girlfriend Annie to do this like.
Did you? Did she even do it for you?
No.
So you took it from me for no reason?
I forgot, honestly.
All right.
I'm not a little gambling.
Patrick
addict.
Mahomes higher than 14.5 rushing yards. Hopefully he doesn't do what he did last week.
Oh.
Josh Allen higher than 189 passing yards. Travis
Lock.
Kelce higher than 5.5 receptions.
Lock.
James Cook higher than 40 rushing yards. Pays $98.
Yeah, Mahomes gonna fuck you.
He's gonna run backwards 10 yards on his kneel again. No, because I don't think that game he's gonna get to kneel. They're either gonna lose the game or they're gonna have a game-winning drive. So he won't get to do that shit.
Dude, how mad would you
And
be?
Mahomes, you know he locks
What would
in.
you do?
Mahomes runs the ball in the playoffs
What would
every
you,
year.
What would you do if like the Bills go up like 21-0 and Mahomes comes out second half and like wins like 56-21?
Oh, then I'll be happy. That would be sick.
Oh, like you.
If they don't win in some bullshit,
If they blow out the Bills, you'd be happy.
I mean, not like happy because I'd be sad for Josh Allen, but I'd at least be like, okay, that was a good win. And now they're going to fucking go win the Super Bowl again.
Fair.
If the Chiefs make it, they will win it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But that's why I want the Bills to win.
Is Andy Reid the greatest coach of all time? Is he is he going to go
I
down?
feel like it's really hard to debate those things because we had the same thing with Brady and Belichick, but then we watched Brady leave Belichick and saw what Brady did and then saw what happened with Belichick. He literally doesn't even have a job in the NFL anymore.
But Andy Reid has.
I think.
Andy Reid didn't have a ring, but he had a lot of success with that.
Yeah,
one.
I think it's both. I think Mahomes is better. Like, I think if Mahomes went somewhere else, he could have the same success, and I think Andy Reid's success would simmer down.
Same thing with Brady.
Yeah. Brady won the Super Bowl his first year without Belichick.
Crazy.
And Belichick did make the playoffs that year, but then we saw what happened the 2 years after. So,
Yeah.
shout out Mac
Hey,
Jones.
let's see what he does at fucking NCU.
Dude, apparently there's been rumors about Brady trying to bring him to the Raiders, and they're trying to buy him out of his UNC deal.
Did you see they got the assistant GM for the Bucks? That's the
Yeah,
new
and his
GM
last
for the-
name's like Spy or something. But, yeah, apparently Brady's trying to work something out to get Belichick over there to the Raiders.
Could you imagine? I mean,
Who are they going to – they don't even have a quarterback or a draft pick for a quarterback, huh?
nah. Like they're gonna have like they're fucked.
They better
Aiden
sign Sam
O'Connell.
Darnold.
Aiden O'Connell.
Dude, Aiden O'Connell can ball. I'm sorry.
I like Aiden.
I like Aiden
Give him
O'Connell.
a ringer. Fuck it.
He was the last
I'm into
Oh,
like
that's not true.
I'm into like, hey, this guy's only in his second year. He wasn't supposed to be that good. Let's get a stud.
and when he's been in, he's played fine.
Yeah, he's played fine. Let's get some stud draft picks, not reach on a fucking quarterback.
I think the fact that Gardner Minshew got the start this year was bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, no. Aiden O'Connell played very good last year. Or not, that's a stretch, but he played some good. He beat the Chiefs last year. He almost beat them
Yeah.
again this year. He really should have
almost
beat
beat
them
the
again
Bucs.
this year. He did almost beat the Bucks. You're working on Aiden
He
O'Connell.
almost threw a touchdown
But
on his
I think
ass.
Sam Darnold might actually be a Raider or a Brown. But I don't think they have the. I don't think the Browns have the money.
And I don't think he's that dumb.
I don't think the Browns have the money for Sam Darnold either. I think he's a Raider.
Dude, if they get Sam Darnold, they're just going to like...
If the Raiders get Sam Darnold's career's over.
But no, if the Browns get Sam Darnold, not only like is Sam Darnold's career over, the Browns are going to set themselves back even more. Like,
Yeah.
they
No, I
can-
think he's a Raider, and I think he gets 7 wins. And
Like the Browns need to draft like a Quinn Ewers or something like that in the second
I think
round.
the Raiders are going to sign Sam Darnold. However, I think they're worse off because they're not going to have any real success with him, and they're just not going to get the draft pick to get a quarterback down the line.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold's just going to deal with the same thing.
He's gonna get-
Even if he
I
has a
don't-
good season, he has to deal with Mahomes, Bo Nix.
Yeah,
and
but I don't
fucking
even
Herbert
think
every
it's good season. I think he's getting 7-8 wins.
thing. But he has to play like that's really the hardest.
He has to play the
division,
Chiefs
probably.
twice, Broncos twice.
And the
Chargers twice.
That's probably the hardest division, actually.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Maybe like the North, the AFC North, and NFC North this year.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning. Remember the Bears were 4-2 and everybody in
Yeah.
the NFC North was over 500? That shit
And
was
then they
fire.
went on like a what?
Next year, I think the division will be better.
Do you think?
I think the Vikings lose the division.
Is there
at
an
8-9.
alternate universe where Tyree Stevenson gets an interception, that final Hail Mary play, and Caleb Williams is in the NFC Championship right now? Does that change the tide right there?
I don't think so. I like where you're going, but I think Matt Eberflus was the problem. And
Probably. But could you imagine like that what happened?
I mean, it definitely played a factor in how bad the Bears were because they would have went to 5-2 and had momentum, but instead they were 4-3 and lost off
like
the game.
that's the real like if really Caleb Williams was the chosen one, but like you remember Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
An anomaly happened, so now Jaden Daniels, dude,
It
I
was
wish we were famous where I could be like someone.
it was
bad
canon
said
for
it.
Jaden Daniels to make it to the NFC Championship. It was canon.
It had to happen.
I think Caleb Williams is gonna ball next year.
He's gonna, dude.
Caleb Williams.
Did you see the meme of him like in the Matrix outfit?
No, I don't have social media.
Oh, dude, he's literally wearing like a Matrix and like dabs up Ben Johnson. It's so.
Caleb Williams might win the MVP next year.
Ooh, but he's got to get it from Baker first.
But no, that's a really hot take. But I think the NFC North will be even better next year. I think the Vikings lose the division at about 8-9, and every other team is above 500.
Damn.
I'm gonna have the Vikings losing the division again. By the way,
But JJ
Clearly
is
that's good luck.
JJ gonna be a stud?
I think he'll be a stud, but it's gonna be his first year as a starter, and I mean we're gonna have a really hard schedule. I don't think it's bad on him to go 8-9.
We all can make the playoffs.
Yeah, I could see us getting 10 and sneaking a wild card spot, but there's zero chance we get 14 wins again. Like
Y'all did it with Sammy.
we were frauds. How did I not see it sooner?
Yeah.
I did. Okay, no, but you guys can watch back every episode.
Yeah.
You can't tell me every episode I wasn't sitting here saying we're gonna lose.
It was right when you got believed.
As soon as I started believing a little bit, after the Lions game, though, I knew it was over, bro.
Yeah, that was rough. That if y'all would have won, y'all might be in the
If we
NFC
would, yeah,
Championship.
no. Oh, I completely agree. I think if we win that game, we probably are.
And the Lions won and did nothing with it.
That's what I think we would have played 100
Y'all
times
would
better.
have killed the Commanders.
Okay, us playing the way like we were in the playoffs because of what happened in Detroit, we obviously wouldn't have. But regardless, we would not have allowed 45 points. I'll tell you that much. And if we
Yeah.
were that 1 seed and coming off that win against Detroit, I think we would have beat the Commanders.
And who in the fuck in the Commanders can guard Justin Jefferson?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I mean,
Nobody on the
actually,
Commanders.
they got Marshawn Lattimore.
Mike Evans, bitch. Like, come on. Justin Jefferson would.
I
bitch
know,
for Marshawn
but
Lattimore.
just like Justin Jefferson gets schemed against a lot harder than Mike Evans does.
True.
And they got Dan Quinn, who knows how to scheme against a receiver.
Yeah, true.
Bro, I like Dan Quinn. I like him a lot. That was a good
He's a
signing.
stud.
I think that it's like there's a few head coach signings every year that just make such a difference, and I think that's going to be Ben Johnson.
It's
this year.
crazy.
Ben Johnson's going to be that guy.
I really hope so.
Have you seen a lot of Detroit fans, like, are shitting on him and saying they hate him and shit for going to Chicago?
Yeah, just cry me a river.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He wanted to go to Chicago. They have Caleb Williams and all this offensive, like, come
Ben
on.
Johnson did you everything he like.
Yeah, like, he tried his best. Jared Goff threw three
You
interceptions.
can't blame him. He's like, I can go play with Caleb Williams.
Yeah, like, one of the most talented prospects I've seen him forever, and I've been making Jared Goff look like
He
a god.
literally is like one of the most highly prospected.
Last two coaches to make Jared Goff look good were Sean McVay and Ben Johnson. That's all I got to say.
Is Jared Goff just ass?
No,
But can look good. Is Jared Goff? Is Jared
System
Goff
quarterback.
a system quarterback?
yeah.
You finally agree.
I
with
never
me.
denied that he was a system quarterback. I said he was better than you thought, but he's definitely worse.
Baker
He
Mayfield
was
better?
better than you thought, but he was worse than I thought.
Is better?
Yes.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
I think we can meet in the middle and say he was better than you thought and he was worse than I thought.
Yes, absolutely. But he's not that guy.
He's not that guy. He is a system quarterback, but I do think like it's kind of like the Brock Purdy thing like before this season. I don't think being a good system quarterback is something
Nope.
you should use to take away from a quarterback.
Not at all. I agree.
Because that's what Sam Darnold was doing all year too. He was
It
being a
sucks
game
Brock
manager.
Purdy has such a mid-year. That makes me sad.
Yeah, I don't think he's that guy.
I think he's that guy.
I think he like even though this goes against what I said, like he is the definition of game manager.
I don't know. I've seen him make some really good plays, dude.
I have too, and it's like I'm saying, being a game manager is a bad thing, but I just don't think I don't think he's a top
I
five.
think, dude,
He's not even a top 5 player on his team.
49ers might win the Super Bowl next year. Like they're gonna be on a revenge.
Well, they
tour.
either miss the playoffs or make the NFC Championship. So
True.
we'll
That's
see.
so funny. Like if they're like, "Oh, we're in. We got it."
Yeah, or no, they never got it, but they almost got it
Yeah.
every time.
That's so funny.
Because I want to say they're also haven't won a Super Bowl almost as long as the Cowboys have. It's been like 30 years.
I'm trying to think if because you said your hot takes, the Bears are gonna be good. I'm trying to think.
I can try to think of another hot take.
Oh, I think the Broncos have a little bit of regress year next year.
I could see it.
I think
It depends on what they do in the offseason.
I think they have like a 7-10 season.
I think it depends a lot on what they do in the offseason.
Yeah.
But I could definitely see it, like kind of like how CJ Stroud did this year, but they
Yeah.
still made the playoffs.
And I think the Bucks are gonna go 12-5 next year, and we're gonna easily win the South.
Okay.
And Bucks Bills Super Bowl next year.
I don't think any
calling it
team
now.
will ever easily win the NFC South. That division sucks ass. And Bryce Young's on the come up.
I hope. Hey, honestly, if we barely win it and Bryce Young sneaks in on a wild card, I'd be so happy for him.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he'll do next year. I still don't think he's a great quarterback.
Nah, he's a dog.
I think he's like his ceiling. I would say a 7-10,
that's the best he could be in his career.
maybe 8-9.
That's
Or no, I'm talking about like next year.
Okay, fair.
But I'm
Well,
saying
that's-
next year is
that's what-
basically his prime.
But that's with the current roster. Like they haven't made any signings yet.
That's true.
they
That's
haven't
true.
treated-
That is true. But I wonder what they are gonna. Maybe they could get like a T Higgins.
No, they said they're going all in on a wide receiver one this
T
offseason.
Higgins, possibly Chris Godwin.
Oh no. Here's the thing.
And
Dave Canales did not cook with Chris
That is
Godwin,
that
so
is
we'd be
true.
fine.
That is true.
We'd be fine. He did not know how
What
to
are
cook.
other free agent receivers this year? I don't even know. Sutton might be a free agent.
Son. Where would be a fun team for like the Chiefs getting someone would be scary.
I don't know if Sutton is a free. I might have made that up. Let's look it up.
Yeah, look up upcoming
2025
receiver free agents.
receiver. T. Higgins. Oh, shit. Clicked on the link. We got T. Higgins, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Stephon Diggs. We forgot about that. DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown.
I don't think any of those are super game.
Darius Keenan
They're
Allen.
gonna make a trade.
Keenan Allen.
I think the Panthers make a trade.
Keenan Allen. Deontay Johnson is number 9 on this
you know what I'm
list.
saying? Like, I think T.
Mike
Higgins.
Williams.
But isn't T. Higgins like the only actual number 1?
Chris
on
Godwin.
That? Yeah, Chris Godwin. But I don't think Chris Godwin goes.
I think Keenan Allen is too. The only reason Keenan Allen didn't do shit this year is because he's on the Bears with no play calling. Keenan Allen's like that.
So old.
Even John Gruden was like, yo, do the Bears know that they have Keenan Allen on their team?
Keenan Allen's so good, dude.
But he's still like that. Even though he's aging, he is still like that.
His hair's not like that.
Come to Minnesota, dude.
Could you...
We'd have the best receiving core in the league.
He'd be a great addition for y'all just to play underneath. No, honestly, bro, y'all got to bring Adam Thielen back.
I want us to.
Y'all have to.
But the thing is also, Jalen Naylor has played so good all year. It would suck for him, but he hasn't. Adam Thielen is better. But
you know what I was thinking about if y'all could do for a draft pick, that'd be fun. If Ashton Janney falls.
I was thinking about that too. But he won't fall that far.
Late first round,
maybe. We move up, though.
Dude, late first round, like, I don't know. It depends on how his combine goes. If he
I really could see Dallas.
What if he runs like a 4.55 40?
I don't think it changes anything.
You think Dallas takes him no matter what?
Well, maybe not even just. I do think Dallas will take him, but even if it's not Dallas, I think somebody will. Think about it. It seems like Denver could use him, like bad. Denver has no running game at all. True. Commanders could use him. Obviously, they're going to be low down the board, but could you imagine that?
Dude, isn't it crazy the Commanders just got a... I even told this to Annie. I was like, they got a bunch of mid guys. And she said, well, they're not that mid because they're so good. I was like, exactly. They got the exact fill-in players they need.
No, going into the season, what I kept saying is their offseason made no sense because they were making signings that like a contending team would make, like Zach Ertz, Jeremy Chin, Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner.
And all these guys
it ended up being exactly what they needed.
And Jeremy Chin's a stud this year.
And Bobby Wagner's had his best season since he was in Seattle.
Except Baker trucked his bitch ass.
That's true. Or not since he was in Seattle because he was in Seattle last year, but since he was in Seattle the first time.
Dude, Baker trucked.
Because when he was in LA, Bobby Wagner was not as good. And when he was in Seattle last year, he was like a liability in pass coverage. And this year, he's been great.
Yeah.
Baker did truck the shit out of him, though.
That was so
It was funny because the first time they played, he was like scared. I remember he slid in front of Bobby Wagner.
He's like, and he said, like, what's up, Bobby?
Yeah, he got his second chance.
I wish Baker's mic'd up for that. Baker should, if that's what sucks, that would have been such big momentum. If it wasn't Bobby Wagner, I think Baker's still flex over him. But I think Baker's like, getting a flag right there, like where it's 1st and 20. But, God, we could have used that.
Okay, but I feel like as a quarterback, one of the last people you should flex over is Bobby Wagner.
Exactly. And Baker and him are
And
buddies.
that's a guy you got to have respect for because he's just
and they were
veteran
teammates. They were
great.
teammates at the Rams.
True.
They're good buddies. I think they jersey swapped week 1.
Okay, makes sense.
But yeah, do you have anything else? This was actually one of our longer episodes. Do your homework.
I don't know. I think a couple teams will sneak into the playoffs that we didn't see this year. Next year, I think the Bears sneak in.
Yeah, it's
the Niners
so interesting how many teams snuck in this year.
You know what's really crazy? I could see the Commanders missing the playoffs next year.
I think they probably do.
I don't think they probably do, but I could see it. I could see the Eagles missing it too.
You see any team. It's any given year, any given Sunday.
It's actually crazy because like you got to think of teams like Dallas and San Fran. Like they're probably not going to miss it 2 years in a row. And then teams like the Bears that are going to have a good season. Like what teams are going to miss is going to be
like
the
the
Lions.
Dolphins. Like the Dolphins just had the Dolphins were really close. And Tua was hurt. If Tua can be healthy a little more, if they can get a good backup quarterback, they might be right back in it.
I hate the Dolphins, bro. I feel so bad for Zach. I hate the Dolphins.
He hates the Dolphins too. It's kind of funny.
He does. I don't blame him. It's kind of like how I hate the Vikings. We're just real.
I love my team.
Yeah, because you love it because of a player. If you just like the team.
No, but I love my team, bro. Like, we fought hard in that Commanders game.
I guess that's true. Like, if the Vikings put up a good fight, I probably wouldn't hate them as much.
Dude, we went out to, the best rookie of all time. Like, that's what we
put up less points in the last 2 weeks of the season, the most important games than y'all did in y'all's playoff game. So maybe that's why you feel like y'all were a good team and I hate my team.
True.
We put up 18 total points in the last 2 weeks.
We put up more points than the Lions did, I think. Or did we not?
No, y'all only scored 20. They put up 35.
Oh, it was like 46 to 35.
Something like that. 45-35. 31.
Did
45-31.
turn the ball over?
No. The only turnover they had was on a missed 4th down. I think they punted once too.
Dude, he's so good. And he's so skinny. Like, he doesn't look like he should be that good. I know.
He's so good. He reminds me of, obviously this is pretty obvious, but Lamar.
He reminds me of me back in the day, honestly.
I think we can wrap the episode up there.